Hi everyone, I'm Julia. A couple weeks ago, my husband and I spent a few days in Asheville, North Carolina, and literally every meal we ate was a 10 out of 10. I initially wasn't planning on it, but I ended up filming almost everything we ate, and that is what I'm sharing with you today. Enjoy! We arrived in Asheville late on Saturday and needed a quick, easy bite to eat after 11 and a half hours in the car, so we found a pizza place right near our hotel and we ordered a large pie. We got half pepperoni and half onions and mushrooms. The next morning we went to a cafe called Rowan Coffee. Michael had a cappuccino and I had a chai oat latte, plus I had a little pain au chocolat because I'm on vacation and I get a little treat when I want a little treat. For lunch that day, we went to Buxton Hall Barbecue. The place had such cool vibes, and the building had a really cool history too. Michael got this kind of whole hog barbecue situation with potato salad and baked beans as his sides. I had a fried chicken sandwich with this delicious collard green side. Michael also taste tested their hot sauces, and he said that their XXX very spicy sauce was not actually very spicy. But I did not try any of them because I'm a gentle baby. Oh my gosh, that night we had an amazing dinner at this awesome vegan restaurant called Plant. I forgot to get a clip of the cheese board before we devoured it, but it was so interesting. There were things we liked more than others, but clearly we enjoyed it. I got a small plate for my main, and I think it was just called toast with an exclamation mark. I forget what was on it, but wow, it was good. Michael got a ramen and he also enjoyed that. He said it was a little salty, but not in a bad way. I forgot to get a clip of our cute little dessert. It was this tiny little matcha creme brulee with flambéed bananas. Oh, it was so good. Literally, this might have been my favorite meal that we had. After dinner, but before our evening activity that night, we hopped into a little wine bar, and Michael had a very interesting glass of sparkling red wine. It wasn't really for me, but he liked it. Okay, the next morning we did a foraging tour with a company called No Taste Like Home, and it might have been my favorite thing we did on this whole trip. We had a small group and we had two amazing guides who not only identified a handful of edible plants, but they also got great conversation going about what we were seeing and tasting. We tried a whole bunch of different edibles. These ones they said looked like Marge Simpson, which I thought was hilarious. Our main guide, Dimitri, was so cool and kind and patient. Oh, this stuff was super interesting. It tasted lemony and sour and kind of made you pucker. Something that would be super interesting to incorporate just sort of like as a finishing garnish on a dish. Oh, this onion grass or garlic chive or something like that. It tasted just like a combination of garlic and onion. I got this little clip of myself harvesting some with my Brythe. That is what they called this brush knife combo, whose name follows the tradition of the spork, so a Brythe. Did you catch my little caterpillar friend there? He crawled onto my bag and I didn't see him until he was already on my basket. There he is. Hi friend. I just brushed him off with my Brythe. This was fun. We had a chance to crack open some black walnuts from last fall. I had some trouble getting mine open and my husband was making fun of me and trying to rush me along. Oh, I didn't even mention the coolest thing. This company partners with Asheville restaurants. So later you'll see that night we had dinner at a restaurant that made us an appetizer with food that we collected on our foraging tour. It was such an awesome and unique experience. Oh, and here I am trying the walnut. It was honestly not that great. At the end of the tour, they prepared a tasting for us with some of the items we collected. Again, I wish I remembered the names of all these items, but these were some of these greens that were sauteed, and I think there were some nuts in there and some other stuff I can't remember. It was so flavorful, so delicious. Michael told me that he keeps thinking about it, even though it's been a couple of weeks. We also had these itty bitty little potatoes. I guess they're sometimes called fairy potatoes, also very delicious. This was so much fun, highly recommend. We wanted a little snacky later that afternoon, so we stopped for a couple small plates at an Indian street food restaurant. Oh my gosh, again, so good, I know. But we got veggie pakora, which are kind of like these crispy little flavor bombs, and paneer momo, these cheesy little dumplings. And then I wanted something a little sweet because, again, I like my treats. So we went to this chocolate shop that also sells gelato because I was feeling an ice cream. We each picked 4 truffles. I got super dark chocolate, amaretto, a chai flavor. That was the only milk chocolate flavor I got. And then something vegan, maple something maybe. That one was not my favorite. I honestly don't even know what Michael got, but he enjoyed all of his as well. Plus I got an espresso gelato, I think it was, and that was amazing. I love a coffee flavored treat. Honestly, I love the taste of coffee, but I just don't handle caffeine well, so I almost never have more than a sip here or there of coffee. So whenever I get a treat of coffee flavor, I enjoy it very much. Dinner that night was at Rhubarb, and that's where we got to have our foraged appetizer that was made just for us. More on that soon. We started with this appetizer. It was like super pickly and vinegary. Oh, it was so delicious. And this bread, oh my gosh, hot out of the oven, a little sweet. Maybe it was brushed with honey, I don't know, but the butter was this amazing, unsalted, super kind of like cow-like flavor. I don't know how to explain it. Oh, and this was our appetizer. One of the chefs brought it out to us and explained that these were little pancakes made out of the daylilies we foraged. And of the 2 sauces, one of them was also made with the garlic chives. Oh, it was just so gorgeous and honestly really tasty, and it was made just for us based on the other things that we ordered that night. It was such an awesome experience. Oh, here I asked Michael to take a video of the kitchen behind me, but he was taking a video of me and I didn't know what was going on, and I just thought it was a cute clip, so I left it in. Okay, this is the shot of the kitchen that I wanted in the first place. He kept saying that the people in the kitchen were just like vibing out, and I thought that was cute. Okay, for our mains, I had trout with this bacon vinaigrette, delicious again. Michael had some steak that he said was unlike anything he had ever eaten before, a super unique flavor. Anyway, we were super stuffed, so we didn't have dessert that night, but the next morning, this was our last hurrah in Asheville. We tried a cafe and got our usual cappuccino and chai oat latte. Plus, I got a little sweet cheese Danish and a slice of carrot cake because, again, it's vacation and I like a little treat, okay? But then we ended up with these 2 cookies because Michael bussed some tables that people had left dirty, and the guy working at the cafe was like, I love to see a good deed, thanks for helping out, here's a couple cookies for you guys. So that was really awesome. It was such a nice little end to our Asheville trip, and obviously we enjoyed very much, as we always do. Anyway, that is just about everything we ate in Asheville. I hope you enjoyed this as much as I've enjoyed reliving it. Give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. See you in the next one.